Ну что ж, всем привет, дорогие друзья и подписчики моего канала. И я продолжаю свое прохождение по игре Vampire the Masquerade SWANSONG. Всем приятного просмотра и хорошего настроения. Погнали.
worked. Oh, come on. There's more. past the last one. Is that the exit? I did it! Ah! Ugh. Ugh. My head.
What the? Shit! Clyde, get Deneb. She got out!
What? How on earth could
No
she?
time for that. Go get him!
Out. I'm out?
Ugh, who cares about Deneb? Do you think Iverson gave a shit when she offed all our guys?
Huh? Wait, Iverson, are you talking about the party? It wasn't us.
And now she's awake. Great.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Don't fall for her act. She came here to destroy us. Don't forget it.
What are they talking about? I'm not here to... we thought you were behind the attack. We...
Just can it? You can stop the little dance routine already? It's not gonna work on us. So spit it out. Why did your bitch of a prince betray us?
She didn't. This is so backwards.
You're gonna pay for her treachery. You get that? None of you are going to get away with this.
That's enough.
But Deneb.
I said enough. Miss Lewis, I presume.
Osborne. At last.
Well, you certainly are resourceful. Few people are able to escape from memory traps without assistance. Though I doubt you were able to escape with your memory unscathed.
What are you trying to tell me?
I do hope for your sake that you have recovered all of your memories. Otherwise, they're gone. The process is more or less irreversible.
You've got to be joking.
I'm afraid not. Let's put the matter behind us. Now that you're here and conscious, we'll be able to talk.
Why did you lock me up?
You represented a threat.
A threat? I just wanted to talk to you.
And why, pray tell? To explain the reasons for your prince's betrayal?
The prince is on edge. She thought you might have been behind the attack. But seeing your reaction, I'm guessing you're not.
you're putting me in a somewhat awkward position. I would like to take you at your word, but that would mean putting what's left of my men in danger. If you're telling the truth, you're going to have to prove it.
You can't for 1 second honestly believe we try to double-cross the Hartford Chantry.
I'll admit, the prince drives one hard bargain in a business deal, but she'd never have risked coming after you.
Why not?
She's brave, but not reckless. It'd be suicide to take on a Chantry of your stature.
I'll accept your phoning this once, but don't overdo it. Please continue.
You have to believe me, we're not responsible for the attack at the party.
The prince will be relieved to know that you're all safe and sound.
If only that much were true. Many of our brethren were in attendance at that accursed reception.
The prince has sent someone there to find out what happened.
It was a dangerous decision, but it was the only way to get to the bottom of this. And in the same breath, she sent me here to see if you were safe.
Very well, my dear. I would like to believe that you're not here to finish the job, as they say. However, the idea that your prince sent you to help us? Iverson may be many things, but she is most certainly not sentimental.
You're right. That isn't the only reason I was sent.
Just why are you here, then?
For our alliance.
I know these times are tough, but the prince wants to make sure our agreement still stands.
What agreement?
What do you mean, what agreement? The union you were supposed to celebrate at the party.
Be more specific. What were the particulars?
With all due respect, Mr. Osborne, I'm a little too old for pop quizzes. We both know the broad terms of the Alliance. I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. Can we just get down to business?
What attitude? Fine. You're right. We've wasted enough time already. Let the negotiations begin.
What negotiations?
Look around you. This room used to be teeming with devoted kindred. We lost 3/4 of our people. Hartford has taken serious risks. In all regards, risks that are not on par with your prince's commitments. We demand compensation.
I see.
You seem to know the terms of the Alliance like the back of your hand. You're more than qualified to participate in these negotiations.
With all due respect, I don't think...
Enough small talk. What is your prince willing to give us to salvage this alliance? and right the wrongs that she's caused us.
I could get you a place on the Primogen Council.
No, no. Say no more. I appreciate your gesture, but I already have a seat on the Primogen Council.
What?
You heard me right. Iverson already promised me a place in the Primogen. It would appear that your prince has a rather generous hand in her distribution of seats.
Finally, something we can agree on. What if the prince gave you a slice of her city?
That would depend on the neighborhood.
Hey, ma'am, girl, where are you going with this? Whichever one you want.
Downtown?
Within reason.
All right. How about Charlestown?
Why not?
Very well. We have a deal. I'll contact our headquarters in Hartford to iron out the details.
Fantastic. Hazel's gonna kill me.
Well then, it looks like we have ourselves an agreement. Hartford will remain under Boston's umbrella for now. Iverson will still have to answer for the party. What happened was unacceptable. I will not turn a blind eye.
I understand.
That being said, I applaud your demeanor. The situation wasn't exactly to your advantage.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. I'll contact your prince in the next few days. I think we're done here, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk to me about.
I would like to ask you a few questions. If you have a minute, of course.
Of course.
You have any rivals in the blood business?
Yes, there are a few. Malkavian Spawn in particular. They had the market cornered for a good amount of time, especially in Gwendon King's day. Even though I don't approve of their methods, I must admit that they excel in their art. There are few capable of producing blood so pure.
Seems like your business has been turning for quite some time. Am I right?
Indeed, you're not mistaken. Warlocks have always had a special talent for getting the most out of blood. Call it our trademark. There's always been trafficking, but what your prince is proposing goes much further, combining Dr. Dunham's expertise with the skills of the Tremere clan. The result would be...
enormous.
Precisely.
I bumped into a few people during my detention. Humans.
Yes.
Who are they? What are they doing here?
They're the forgotten, the invisible. People who live on the streets. Junkies. Squatters. They wander in here by choice or ill fortune. Well, we do need blood, like everyone else.
You mentioned my memory fragments earlier.
Yes.
You led me to believe that the loss of them was permanent?
Not necessarily. Memory impairment is a side effect of the dimension. How permanent the condition is varies from one person to the next.
That's the kind of thing I wish I'd known going into this.
I can only imagine. But as I told you, you may not have anything to worry about. With any luck, it should all come back to you in time. At least, if it comforts you, I truly hope so.
Am I the only victim to suffer the effects of your magic?
No, far from it. Anyone who enters the prison is affected.
Including you?
Of course, but we have rituals to counteract its effects.
I don't get it. Why do you target memories? You could have just built a bunch of high-security cells.
Believe me, all cells can be breached, even the strongest ones. But if you rob prisoners of their memories, they lose their very desire to escape.
In theory.
In theory.
No, I'm good.
Very well. You'd best be running along back to your prince. I'm sure she's eager to hear your report.
That she certainly is.
Very well, Miss Lewis. Mr. Moses, would you please escort MM out? It would be a shame if she were to get lost again. As for the rest of you, it seems we need to start packing our things. Next stop, Charlestown.
Nice badge.
Keep an eye on the elevator. I'm gonna go wait for forensics.
Okay. Let me know when they get here.
Excuse me.
Message from the sheriff. Prince asked more for 5 reports. If I can't bring back their author, I must bring back the reports at least. I'll know them when I see them. That's not a good sign. Special Agent Smith.
The FBI. Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it.
Go ahead. It's okay.
The victim lost a lot of blood.
still looking.
Don't worry.
I'll finish here and then I'm on my way.
Breathe. You're gonna be okay.
Lieutenant Anderson, I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith. Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room, but I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know. Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut.
Sorry, I'm busy.
This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me.
Where in God's name is forensics?
There's a retainer here somewhere.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... Give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No. Oh, there are blood stains on the garbage chute. Oh, there are blood stains on the garbage chute.
You'll need to ask the concierge how to get to the parking garage. He's the one who sent my colleagues down.
Who'd leave that lying around?
Any news, guys?
Nothing, Lieutenant.
All right, no problem.
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. The apartment has changed since my last visit. I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. Newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you think she could have been having an affair?
She's a very respectable woman who loves her husband very much. I don't know what sick kind of world you live in.
And you would certainly not like to find out.
They had their ups and downs, just like any couple. The staff had noticed that she went to Costa Rica fairly often without her husband.
Was she thinking of leaving him?
Not at all. Just the opposite. She begged him to spend more time with her and their daughter.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his three bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m.? Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those two goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line. Several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell. But nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
No. But believe you me, if I ever see them again, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions. Somebody slept here. What a mess. Nobody's done the cleaning in ages. Jason, Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. Lydia. Radiant and beaming. Jason, proud of his family and his success. June, who looks more like Jason than Lydia. His MIT class ring, right where you can't miss it. Lydia. Radiant and beaming. They wanted to bring a little vacation back home. It seems like gardening is a real passion for Lydia. Not sure Jason shares your enthusiasm. jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis. Why were you looking for peace, Jason? I warned you, Jason. God, did I warn you? We destroy all that we touch. I've never been in this part of the apartment before. Beryl, will you ever change? I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen. Jason, Lydia, June, in Costa Rica, I think. Poems in Lydia's mother tongue. A cell phone. Locked, of course. It must have been used to dress a wound. Bottle of disinfectant, obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. The concept of a laundry basket seems too abstract for some people. My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns.
Any news, guys?
We're waiting on CSU for that.
The diary of an 8-year-old girl, June, Jason's daughter.
Interesting. You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girl's room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith. Interesting.
June's whole life in pictures. June dressed up for Halloween. June celebrating her 4th birthday. Jason and June, probably on a beach in Costa Rica.
Find anything?
Nothing yet.
Waiting on CSU for that. Interesting.
A drafting table. That must be Lydia's desk. The blueprints of a house on the west coast of Costa Rica. Pura Vida Extension Project. June in Costa Rica.
Mom! Dad gave me a phone this morning for the first day of school. He surprised me, and I'm coming to see you tonight. Don't tell Abuelita, it'll be a surprise to her. And Dad's coming too. I can't wait to get there. XOXOXOXO.
Damn it, Lydia. I can't do it without you. If you could just see June. I can't tell anyone. I'm not gonna make it. I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I should have left. The three of us should have gone. Stayed at Pura Vida the way you wanted. I'm so sorry for what they did to you. I'll always love you, Lydia. Forgive me. Forgive me.
Son of a bitch wasn't messing around. Have you seen all that cash? I'd rather not know how much that's worth.
Nice collection. Working for us has its advantages. June at the beach. A safe. Now we just have to find the code. A souvenir from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
I'd rather not know how much that's worth.
I should put some money on that.
It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes.
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah, he said the victim was holding his right hip. So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered, so the caretaker opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family then?
Nothing. The place is empty.
If you remember anything else, let me know.
Of course. I should put some money on that. I should put some money on that.
Have you found anything?
I'm going through the financial records. Moore managed the accounts for a lot of big names in Boston. Here, take a look for yourself.
Anything worth noting?
Honestly, I don't know. It's not my field. We'll have to take it to the Financial Crimes Unit to see what they make of it.
Are you Lehane?
Yes, sir. Agent Smith, was it?
Yes. You were the first person to respond to Baker's call?
That's correct, sir.
You got here well before your colleagues, didn't you?
Oh, that. Yes, I was on patrol in the neighborhood, while they had been called away on another case.
All right. Get in touch if you find something.
All right.
Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests. Wet laundry. Mold. It's been here for several days.
Can you take a look at the cards, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. They didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant, part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
Well, I've got a few questions. Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
And you said there was an accident near the exit.
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Nothing yet.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? It should take a long time.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hello. McLean. Can I help you?
Just a few questions. Moore had several cars, right?
Yeah, I think so. But you better talk to Wyatt about that.
Your colleague mentioned an accident that happened tonight. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, no. Not yet. Wyatt told us everything he knows.
You questioned the caretaker when you arrived?
We didn't have to. Wyatt told us everything we needed. He's a real team player. If you want to find out more, you should talk to,
Wyatt.
Oh, so you know him too?
Hello, Mr. Bazori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Do the kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out, here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. That's not very honorable.
What? But
What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
So what happened?
I've got no clue. My shift started at 10 p.m., as usual. The 6th floor attendant left around 11. At midnight, one of Mr. Moore's bodyguards came down to get the car. They were going to a party, apparently. I didn't see them come back. Then, around 2:20 or so, one of Mr. Moore's cars went flying out of here. It hit the wall near the exit.
Did you recognize the car?
Yeah, it was his sports car. The only one like it here.
Did you see who was behind the wheel?
No, it's got tinted windows. I thought it was Mr. Moore at first. But from what happened upstairs, I doubt it now. Hey, were you the one who...
You really think if it was me who did it, I'd be standing around here trying to figure out what happened? Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen them since.
Anything in particular about Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, I see her every once in a while. Sometimes I see her with a girl, coming back from vacation. Sure is good they weren't here tonight.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mrs. Moore's car. I haven't seen her in the garage for weeks, and she's the one who took the girl to school. Mr. Moore told me they were on vacation, and he was going to go join them soon.
What can you tell me about Moore?
I saw him a lot. He's the tenant I got to know best because of his working hours. And he was the most generous when it came to maintaining his cars, too.
That'll be all for now.
At your service, Mr. Bazori.
An old glass bottle taken from the trash. No, that's impossible. Can't be forced. Locked. I have to find a way to open it. Locked. No, that's impossible. I have to find a way to open it. Even access to the trash is restricted here. Even access to the trash is restricted here. Can't be forced.
You should go see.
I know.
Did you want something else?
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Open it.
Mr. Bazori, I promise you won't find anything there. And I can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
You sure you want to piss me off, Wyatt?
No, no, no. Of course not, Mr. Missouri. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Listen, we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened, and...
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did you?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mr. Missouri. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
You can start by not wasting my time. I hate that.
That wasn't my intention. I assure you. I know you'll go and take a look anyway.
Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything. Some of my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
I've been sent by the Prince of Boston. Do you really think I owe you anything?
That's not what I meant.
You talk too much. Open the door.
Right away. All right, it's open.
Wouldn't you rather tell me what you're hiding in there?
Well, I cook a little. A guy's gotta survive. I don't have to tell you that. I don't make a whole lot of money here.
What do you cook?
Oh, a little of everything. I've got all my stuff in there. And there's some pretty rare ingredients.
Rare?
Yeah. And kinda illegal, too.
Such as?
In some recipes, well, I use vials of kindred's blood, for instance.
Whose blood?
Well, it depends on what I can find.
Okay, but what have you got right now, exactly?
If I tell you, can it stay just between us?
You're not fucking going to start again.
Okay. Okay, I managed to obtain some of Quentin King's blood.
Where did you find King's blood?
You can find anything on the black market, you know.
So you're not sure it's actually his blood?
Yes, it is. I had it tested. And when I used it in one of my formulas, the effects were off the charts. It took me a week to come down, and I still don't know if it was real. That guy was something else. One more thing, boss.
Don't call me that.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Missouri.
Wyatt's makeshift lab. And it's not meth. Who would want to take that? Empty soda cans. Rusty cans. A shoe with worn-out leather. I wonder what he's cooking with that garbage. Old chicken feet. Ugh, packaging to be recycled. Nothing of interest. Ugh, packaging to be recycled. Nothing. Oh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Woo. If it was a bodyguard who died in the lobby, where the hell is Moore? Ugh, packaging to be recycled. Why, it's makeshift lab. And it's not meth.
You should go see.
I know. I know.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? It should take a long time.
A vehicle ran into the wall.
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
I went through your trash.
So? Are you interested in one of my ingredients?
That's not really what I've got a problem with.
What?
You didn't tell me about the man's head in a plastic bag.
What? But what the hell? Is it more?
No. That head belonged to one of his bodyguards.
But it wasn't me, Mr. Missouri, I swear. I don't know anything about it.
It was one of our servants.
Oh yeah?
Do you know what that means?
But it's not me.
There will be an investigation. It belonged to someone, Wyatt.
Of course. I hope you'll find whoever did it.
You don't seem to be too worried.
Well, yeah. I didn't do anything. And if you had anything on me, you wouldn't be trying to intimidate me. Happy to help.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? It should take a long time.
Any news, guys?
Nothing yet.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? It should take a long time.
An old glass bottle taken from the trash.
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
I found your cook shop.
You didn't touch anything, I hope.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Mr. Bazzori.
So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
You're curious, aren't you? Usually, you hunt us down without asking any questions.
There are rules, Wyatt.
Yeah, but I never asked to be this way. If you look at it that way, I'm innocent, if that means anything to you.
Fair or not, you're an abomination. You never should have been created. So for me, you are, and you always will be, nothing more than a walking pouch of blood.
Man, you're harsh.
So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
It sucks. Yeah, I can still go outside during the day, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. The descendants just can't understand. Sure, it's nice.
More than nice. I've been roaming the night since 1745. Do you have even the slightest idea what that does to you? How it changes you, without even realizing it, without wanting to. It eats at you from the inside.
But I'm still not complete. So, if I had to choose, I'd rather live at night and be like you. Thin bloods are the dregs of society. We're always wondering what's gonna happen to us. You, of all people, should know that. If we want to be like you, even a little bit. We have to come up with potions that have a temporary effect. Happy to help.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? It should take a long time.
Find anything?
Nothing of interest.
Get in touch if you find something.
All right.
There.
Any news, guys?
We're waiting on CSU for that. Oh? Find anything?
Nothing yet. Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June? Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June?
There. Interesting.
Hurry up. We need something, guys.
I'll finish here and I'm on my way. Interesting.
Dijon, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us? An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87, Dijon Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis. An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87, Dijon Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis.
I'd rather not know how much that's worth.
Deeds, stock portfolios. Moore doesn't just manage the Camarias business.
I should put some money on that. Sorry, Agent Smith, but I'm a little busy right now.
Any news, guys?
We're waiting on CSU for that. Oh? Poor kid. There. Oh? Interesting. Oh?
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her. A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her.
Hurry up. We need something, guys.
I'll finish your
Sorry, Smith. A little busy here.
Looks like Lydia's planner.
Any news, guys?
Still looking.
Lydia's life seems to revolve around June and her home in Costa Rica, with Jason often absent. Moore's driver's license.
Sorry, Smith, but I've got work to do.
Huh. You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions. I've just got one more question.
Yes. What do you want to know?
I think we're done here. Thank you.
Blood looks fresh.
Bottle of disinfectant, obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. Jason, so that's where you were hiding.
Huh? What the...
Good evening, Jason.
Mr. Bazori, how did you...
Maybe think about letting us know the next time you build a private bunker.
It's just that...
She sent me to find you.
No. Not now. She found out about everything, didn't she?
I don't understand anything you just said, but get up. We're going.
I can't. I absolutely have to catch a plane tonight.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm begging you. Please, just let me go.
Okay, you've got 3 minutes to explain why you've got to go.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bazori. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
All right then, suit yourself. We've wasted enough time here. Get up.
I'm not going to be able to go with you, Mr. Bazori. I've lost too much blood. I'm having a hard time staying conscious.
I must take you back to the prince, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
I'm begging you. I've always refused. I want to stay free.
I'm not really giving you a choice. Drink. That's enough.
June will die if you don't let me go.
Stay behind me. Stay behind me.
Oh, Agent Smith. Wait. Is that Jason Moore? You found him? Oh, we gotta get to...
It's fine, officer. I'll take care of him.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah.
Sorry.
You've never seen us.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Stay close.
Hey, stop! Don't move! Hey, put your hands behind your head, damn it! On the ground! I'm gonna shoot!
Fucked.
Shut up.
Don't
Wait,
you move
hands on your head.
Hands behind your head! Don't move!
You're an idiot, you haven't got
Stop
a chance!
moving! You're under arrest!
Let me see those hands! Let me see those hands! You won't!
There you are!
Don't you move! I've got a
I
chance!
swear to God.
You got him?
Get in the elevator, Jason.
No! Asshole! Shit!
Mr. Missouri?
Mom, have you ever been here before?
No, this place is a rental pumpkin. It was just for the party.
Oh. Do you know what happened?
No. That's what we are here to find out. But we have to be very careful. Do you remember our rules for when we go out?
Yes. I become invisible and don't touch anything.
That's a big girl attitude. You can walk around as long as you don't stray too far.
And if there's any sign of trouble, I wait for you outside?
That's it. We make a great team, Sweet Fangs. The police are here. Shit. That's a bad sign. Remember what we said. No wandering off.
Yes, Mom. I'm a big girl.
Okay then. Where are you, Richard?
I'll still go and relieve a colleague later.
Yeah, we're all gonna need breaks and breathers.
I've never seen anything like it, have you?
I've had to exhume a few old bodies over the years, but I never thought I'd stumble across a cemetery full of them.
My
in an
man
apartment
won't miss
downtown.
them.
Stop! You can't come through here!
Hi, I live in the building and I was told to come give a statement.
You need to go down to the precinct to give your statement, ma'am. Only law enforcement is allowed here.
Oh, I hadn't understood that. Thank you.
Have a pleasant evening.
There's no way I'm gonna get access if I'm not one of them.
You shouldn't be out, and especially not here.
Move along, please.
Great. Now I just need to find a secluded spot. This should do the trick.
Sorry, but we got a full house. Office is tripping over each other already.
Only forensics is allowed on the crime scene.
And the feds, of course.
No sweat. It was just in case you needed help. I should find a uniform I can use to get in.
We can't let you through.
We've got orders.
This isn't rocket science. Keep it simple.
I'll update the guys. You're taking over the investigation, and we'll put all the stabbing victims in crates and send them out to the belt.
Exactly.
Do you have any idea what happened? It's gotta be some kind of cult, right?
At the moment, we're more inclined to think it's a terrorist organization.
Again? The fuckers.
Don't
It's
worry.
taking forever.
We'll get them.
Body bags. What could that mean?
How long are we gonna guard this door?
Richard. He sensed me. He's here. But something's wrong.
But I wouldn't give to work the day shift.
I just got here. Can you fill me in?
I've never seen anything like it. It's a real bloodbath in there.
Do we know what happened?
Captain Paulson thinks it looks like some kind of goddamn cult. But I've heard the feds talking about terrorists.
The feds are here already?
They showed up the minute we got here. We didn't even get a chance to see everything.
How'd they get here so fast?
They know who did it, obviously.
Do you really think it's terrorists?
It's weird, but hey, it could be. There are guys who are burned to a crisp, dismembered, beaten to a pulp. With those guys, you can expect anything these days.
what do we know about all these bodies?
Those are the ones we can take down already. The ones that were stabbed in the chest need to be put in crates and moved to the balcony. The feds will process them. We are not allowed to touch them.
Stabbed how?
Looks like some kind of sacrifice. They all got stabbed in the heart, it looks like. But if you want to make yourself useful, go see Paulson.
Where is he?
You just missed him. He just went into the living room.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna take a look around.
I'm busy.
Ugh! There's so much blood.
I sense you're losing control.
It's all this blood. I need to focus.
Mom, are you feeling all right?
Yes. Don't worry about me, Pumpkin.
Mom, wait, please? I'm going to be sick. All this blood, it feels so strong.
Oh, crap. She feels as bad as I do.
I want to leave, Mom. I'm scared.
I thought you liked to go out with me. We always have so much fun.
The other times it was just vessels. There's blood everywhere. And bones. And pieces of people.
Your mother can't do anything for them. It's too late. But there may still be people I can help.
I see. But please, Mom, hurry up. Please?
We have no choice.
Can't you feel all that blood everywhere? Are we going to be hungry like this the whole time?
We'll figure something out. Say, I was thinking, we haven't played a game together in ages.
I know. I miss our games.
Why don't you think up a riddle for Mom to solve?
Okay.
Hunger like that. Not now. Not here. A vessel with more holes in him than a junkie. We're off to a good start. Blood. Kinds were killed here. Somebody spilled wine here. There are casings everywhere. And they're all large caliber. A glass of wine with traces of cherry-flavored lip gloss. Donors were killed here. And not just one. Blood.
I'll stay here, Mom.
Thanks, Pumpkin.
be a print on at least one of them.
I think forensics might need some help. I still have work to do, sorry.
A reinforced container that locks from the outside.
Not commonly used to store mortal bodies.
All right, guys. Listen up. The feds are taking over the investigation. So don't touch a thing. Put all the stiffs with stakes through their hearts out on the balcony. They'll take care of it. All right, go. You know what you have to do.
Shit. I have to find Richard and fast.
All said and done, it's probably better that the feds are handling this case. They have more resources to solve it.
Yeah, and the means to analyze everything we've already taken out.
There's a note.
How could they have broken
I wonder what surprise Jara had in store for him.
In my entire career, I've never seen anything like it.
Looks like it was made by a shotgun blast. And we're not talking 12 gauge, but something bigger. Someone wanted to make sure there would be no survivors. Traces of cocaine. I guess it was that kind of party.
Ballistics should be here soon.
Hey, Central Dispatch sent me over to help.
Captain Paulson. But you can call me Chief.
Sure thing, Chief.
Right. You heard the orders?
I...
Everything we find at the scene needs to be shown to the feds.
Got it, Chief.
And the balcony is off limits.
But you don't seem too thrilled about that? Am I wrong?
Is it so obvious, officer? It's the first time in my entire career, and 30 years is a long time, that I feel like we're babysitting a crime scene.
Babysitting?
We've been ordered to secure the premises, lend our experts, and not ask any questions.
But why can't we go outside?
The feds got here first. It's their rodeo. They secured that area to store whatever they decide to collect.
To get here that fast, they must have known.
What they'd find. Exactly. Good point, officer. Usually, they show up after us if it's a new case, right? Because we're the ones who call them.
But that wasn't the case this time.
Not at all. They even seemed annoyed to see us show up. But then they must have thought it's nice to have help processing the scene and collecting evidence.
Oh, alright. So, what do we know so far?
Lots of Vicks. It has all the makings of a drug deal gone bad.
He's not buying it. But you have your doubts?
I do. There's too many things that don't add.
Like what, Chief?
Bodies in accelerated decomposition. Even some skeletal remains.
Shit. Kindred were destroyed.
My hunch is that the feds are investigating a cult. But it's none of our business.
Thanks for walking me through it, Chief.
You report it to them if you find anything suspicious. Okay? I don't need their kind of trouble.
Dust. No. Smells like burnt leather. Ashes. LR3. There was a container here earlier.
We'll be here all night.
Only federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
There's been wine in this glass. And there's a trace of lipstick. Cherry lip gloss? Yuck. Same scent as on the glass in the lounge.
Sorry, only forensics can go in there. Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
Can we go get Mr. Teddy after this?
Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
What's going on? I can sense your hunger. What's going on?
Shit! It's starting again.
Mom, are you okay? Do you feel weird too?
We've already had that talk, Halsey, my love. Don't look at it. So, have you come up with another riddle for me?
Yes, I've got one.
I'm listening. It's not too hard, is it?
No. Riddle me this. I fear the sun more than anything, and the mortals have been fighting me since forever. If they catch me, they keep me in a box. Who am I?
Mom already found that one.
And gave you the right answer.
That's not how you play Riddle Me This. You have to figure it out by yourself. Too bad, because it was an easy one. It's the cold.
Oh, of course. Silly me.
It's the cold. It's kept in the fridge, and the vessels don't like it. That's a pretty good one, don't you think?
Oh, wow. You were so right. I was way off. Halsey schoolers, 1 more point.
And 0 for Mom.
But I haven't said my last word. I'm not giving up.
Are you feeling funny too? Are you hungry?
I'm almost done, okay? Let's just keep playing. Ugh, the hunger. It's too strong. Damn it!
Could someone come and bag a briefcase in the kitchen?
A briefcase? Shit out of luck. I'm out of large-sized evidence bags. We got backup on the way. They'll have some.
A briefcase?
What is it?
It's a small suitcase. We put important papers in, Pumpkin. Let's see what's in it. here. Otherwise, they'll trace it back to us. What do we have here?
Tons of evidence. Do you know if the team from Forensics LPU has shown up yet?
No, I don't.
I need them to process the briefcase I found. And the invoice that was with it.
An invoice?
Yeah, for some glass tubes. Address to some warehouse over on Cellar Street.
Shit. There's a red salon in that district. We've got to hand it all over to the feds. I can do it if...
I already gave them the address. They'll probably send a team to investigate when they're done here.
I've got to warn Hazel.
Need to be real quiet now.
You can't come through here. Sorry. I haven't finished collecting evidence.
The wall was literally blown apart.
What are you gonna tell us?
It's the code for a body they must have picked up. A vessel. Dead. A bracelet. No, that's a broken handcuff.
What could be in this briefcase? It's everywhere.
The amount of bullets is just serious injuries.
A cotton towel that smells like lavender soap and wine. Someone must have tried to mop up a stain with it. Someone must have tried to mop up a stain with it. A cigar. Riley was supposed to speak. or rather flatter Hazel. A cigar. Somebody spilled wine on this bag. A pouch stained with wine. Kamiko Izanami. Now I remember. She turns vessels into marionettes during parties. Lavender soap.
Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
I won't touch a thing. Cross my heart.
You can't come through here. Sorry. I haven't finished collecting evidence.
So what are you going to tell us?
Don't break anything. The owner's gonna be thrilled.
The attackers didn't come to talk. I've never seen anything like it.
Sorry, but I'm busy.
Only federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
There's been wine in this glass. And there's a trace of lipstick. Cherry lip gloss? Yuck. Same scent as on the glass in the lounge.
Can I get a huggy after this?
Go. Give your colleagues a hand.
So?
A reinforced container
Photocopier and some office
that locks
supplies.
from the
No
outside.
places anywhere?
Not
No.
commonly used to
It's the
store
only room
mortal
without
bodies.
a body. But it sure smells like death in here. Yeah, makes our morgue smell like a flower shop.
You get a look at what they took out to the balcony?
No, everything is boxed up. Even the chief has no idea what they're up to.
You alright, Pumpkin?
Yes, I'm trying to be good. How am I doing?
You're being wonderfully good.
it now.
They had quite the arsenal.
R.D. Richard Dunham. It's one of his old briefcases. I recognize it. A floppy disk. Another relic. What could be on it? It could be important. A cassette tape. Who would use a thing like that, other than Richard? Maybe I'll find something I can play it with.
Why don't you ask the captain?
Go. Give your colleagues a hand.
I've never seen anything like it. Ballistics should be here soon.
Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
You can't come through here. Sorry. I haven't finished collecting evidence.
Can we go get Mr. Teddy after this?
Got any room left in there?
I've never been on a scene with this much carnage.
They had to get their weapons from somewhere.
Only federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
This investigation is going to take a while.
Come with me over there.
Of course.
Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
Sorry, I've got work here.
Go on. More hands on deck can't hurt.
Lisa. What's happening? What's happening to you?
Mom.
Yes?
Come on, please.
We're done with the photos. Now we need to collect samples.
All right.
Please don't touch anything.
Got any room left in there?
Where are you taking me, Pumpkin?
I told you I'd be a big girl, but it's really hard. I really don't feel good. Not even a tiny bit. It's all this blood.
Me either, Pumpkin. It's not easy. Let's take a little time out then. Weren't you supposed to be coming up with a riddle for me?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Okay, but it's the last one, alright?
Cross my heart, Pumpkin.
So, riddle me this. If the child of Hazel Iverson is the sire of my child, who am I to Hazel Iverson?
If you embrace Hazel Iverson's child, you'd create a blood bond with that kindred and...
But Mom, you know you can't embrace the kindred. If you could, then you'd have lots of sires.
That's right. Your riddles are tough, Pumpkin. Now tell me already.
Easy peasy. The sire of my child can only be me.
Of course. I get it now.
And so, if Hazel Iverson is my sire, then I am her child.
I would have never figured it out.
I'm all out of ideas, Mom. There's too much blood everywhere.
Yes, I know.
And also, I mean, Mom, I don't want to see Richard.
You can stay outside if you want. I'll hurry up.
I guess.
We've gotta hang in there. I don't want to disappoint Hazel.